Okay, I think we're live, or we're going live. Are we live? Are we live? Starting. All right, we're live. Okay, so I'm just gonna be waiting on people to join the stream, but for those of you guys watching the playback, in today's video, we're basically gonna be, or not talking about, but I'm gonna be doing the product research and I'm gonna be doing niche research. So for those of you guys who have no idea how to do any of that, this is gonna be the type of video you're gonna wanna watch. And I'm not gonna do the entire product research, and I'm not gonna finish everything in one video. By the way, the stream is gonna be a little bit shorter than the other one. It's only gonna be 30 minutes long, but it's still gonna be a stream. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is, this is gonna be a series. So I'm planning on doing it every day for like this next 2 weeks. Damn, it's a little bit confusing seeing myself in 3 different places. Holy crap. Okay, gotta move that down. All right, guys. So as I was saying, I'm gonna be doing these streams daily. And what's up, bro? Cloud Music Vid, what's up? So I'm gonna be doing these streams just daily for these next 2 weeks. And then they're just gonna be 5 times a week. But like I was saying, I'm gonna be doing the product research. I'm not gonna finish everything. It's way too much, obviously. So I'm just gonna be walking you step by step and showing you guys how I research my niches and research my products. So I'm just gonna wait for a couple more people to join, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started. At least 2 more, just so it's not so empty. But I'm excited for this. Feel free to ask questions as I'm doing my research. I'm just gonna be showing you guys everything, how I plan everything and whatnot. We're gonna be focusing on the cooking niche. Can't even talk. We're gonna be focusing on the cooking niche, and I feel like that's just what I'm gonna do because I've talked about it before. I have a video on it, so that's just what I'm gonna go off. So that's what we're gonna focus on. The cooking niche, I'm gonna do my research for everything about it, as much as I can learn about it. And then we're gonna do the product research. So I'm excited for it. And during the branding streams, I'm gonna be making the website for the cooking niche, or for what I'm researching right now. So it's pretty exciting. You guys are gonna see how it all gets put together. And obviously this is not something that's just gonna be done within one stream. The same thing with the branding. This is gonna be probably take us 2-3 weeks to completely finish a super high quality website. That's what I'm trying to show you guys, because I feel like a lot of you guys have pretty crappy websites. Obviously we all start somewhere. If you guys don't have any design experience or never created a website before, obviously it's going to be crappy. So don't feel bad whenever I say that most people have crappy website. It's perfectly normal. We all start somewhere. So I just plan to help you guys so you don't have crappy websites. You're the 4th viewer. Cool. How old am I? 22, 23. Sorry, bro. I'm still, how much money do you make per month? That varies. Anywhere from like 7 grand, that's my lowest, to like 14 grand, 15 grand, pushing it. It just depends on the month. It depends on the sales. Usually December is my highest month, usually. All right, we got 5 people on, so let's go ahead and get started. For those of you guys who just joined us, I'm gonna go ahead and do the product research for a cooking niche. So I'm gonna be showing you guys how to do everything, how to research for a product, how to research the niche, and I will also be showing you guys how to create the store, but that's gonna be in the branding series. So let's go ahead and get started with the research portion of it. All right, just move myself there to the corner, because in the other stream I saw that I was like this most of the stream. So now we're gonna go ahead and have me in this little corner right here. All right, so I started doing a little bit of just playing around before I hopped into the stream, just so I could have everything ready for you guys and I'm not all over the place. So let's go ahead, and the first thing we want to do is, since we're selling the cooking niche, we want to find out everything there is to know about the cooking niche, or what other categories there are in that niche. Because like I said, I like niches that scale sideways, niches that have a big niche and you have little niches under them. So cooking is a great example. So we're gonna go ahead and research that. By the way, guys, whenever you're doing research, it's pretty handy to have something to write with. I'm just gonna do it with my iPad. That's what I take notes with. So that's what I'm gonna be writing here. All right, let's see. Whoop. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I worked hard on that setup. Okay, so types of cooking. Yeah. Kind of. It's pretty weird. Okay, let's see. For women, what you say is the number one skill in dropshipping. The number one skill in dropshipping is going to be patience. You're going to have a lot of patience. Hello, Eva. We're starting. I'm not sure if you watched the intro, but just to catch you up to speed, I'm gonna be doing the product research for a cooking niche. What Mac are you using? I'm not using Mac. I have a custom built PC. I'm gonna be doing the product research for a cooking niche, and I'm just gonna be showing you guys how I research everything, how I go about and research the niches, and then for the branding. Haven't yet been super busy. No. Then for the branding sections, I'm gonna be just showing you guys how to create the store for this cooking niche. Damn. Sad to see you go, bro. All right. So here we go. The types of niches right off the bat, we have baking, or types of cooking that we could put in our cooking niche website. It's going to be baking, frying, roasting, grilling. All right. So then here we have a general idea of some of the categories that I could make for my website. So I'm going to go ahead and write these down. But before I do that, I also want to search them up in Google Trends, or before I create the website, I want to search them in Google Trends to see if there's enough traction there to add them to my website. Pro tip, or a quick little tip, when you're doing Google Trends, or when you're searching for something in Google Trends, like let's just do the cooking, you don't want the worldwide map. You only want the map of the country that you're using, or the country that you plan to sell to. The reason you don't want the worldwide map is because everything averages out, between all the countries or amongst all the countries, and you really don't care. And people in South Africa, Kenya, that's Kenya over here. What is this? Nigeria. You don't care about the people here, and it sounds kind of rude, but you don't care about if they're searching for cooking, because you're not selling in these countries. So don't search worldwide. I just stick to the countries that I'm selling to. So if I plan to sell on the UK, I'm just going to focus on the UK. If I plan to sell in the US, I'm going to focus on the US. Just because every country is a little bit different. Sometimes, like here, we see that there's a spike up on cooking during the month of November, usually for Thanksgiving. And then we have one over here for December, so that's Christmas. And keep in mind that not everybody does the Thanksgiving. So then this is why you shouldn't use worldwide. So let's go over to United States. So if you plan to sell to the US, you want to work with the US map. All right, so yep, most people cook during this time. So that would be during Thanksgiving and Christmas. So this kind of niche will obviously do really, really well during this time of the year. What type of niche should I do Instagram ads for an iPhone case suited for women? All right, what type of niche I should, case suited for women? It depends. Is it just a general, okay, so the question is, what type of niche should I go on for Instagram ads? Whoa. What type of niche I should go for on Instagram ads, or what niche is best suited for an iPhone case for women? So that it depends on what's on the memes craft page, women beauty page. Preferably a women's beauty page, but again, it depends on what type of case you're selling, because there's different types. Don't just sell a generic women's case. Go a little bit further in, like sell a women case that but that has some sort of makeup thing in it, or that relates to makeup, so that you could target people who are in the cosmetic industry. Or you could have an iPhone case that has cats, and then you could target girls that likes cats and stuff like that. So don't just do a very general female store or a very general female product. Go a little bit further and just try to go into a niche. So if you're doing an iPhone case for women, take it a little step further and add another niche into it, like cosmetics, cats, sewing. I don't know how that would work, but I'm just shooting ideas here. So that's what you want to do. If you feel like you're too general and don't know what to target, pick a niche on top of what it is that you plan to sell. All right, so back to this. So this does fairly well. Cooking does fairly well during this time of year. So we want to write that down. We want to take note of all these little things. So this is going to be something that I'm going to be selling during the month of November to December. So I'm just going to go ahead and write, you can't even see it, it's too bright. So I'm just going to go ahead and write it down. What I wrote down is just cooking, November through December. Those are the months that seem to have the most hype. So this is just something for me to look back on and just have as a reference, just so that I know that, okay, if I'm going to be focusing or if I'm going to be doing any cooking ads, it has to be during these months so that I don't spend any money on, whoa, got out of focus there, so that I don't spend money when the niche is really not popping or it's not as, it doesn't have as much demand for it. All right, so that was, we have cooking. All right, let's go back to here. So roasting, okay. Baking, that's another one. So we want to see when people bake. If you're targeting other countries, you want to do this for the other country as well. So UK, Canada, Australia. I typically only sell to those countries, and you guys should only be selling to English-speaking countries. If you guys are drop shipping, don't sell to countries that you don't really know their language or their culture. Okay, so bake. Let's change it up a little bit. Baking. Again, during the same month, so we want to take note of that, or during the same time. You also want to take note of any related topics. And the reason you want to take note of these down here is because sometimes you find something else like a chef or a special influencer that likes to cook and whatnot, and then you could go ahead and add those things to your interest target. And you could search the pages or search those topics to go a step further in your research. So let's just look down here. Kids Baking Championship Season 6. You might be able to, let's see this, and then we might be able to sell to kids or to parents of kids who bake. So just try to have fun and spend as much time as you can just taking in the whole niche. This is why I recommend that you guys only sell to niches that, yeah, okay, yeah, that's not gonna work. See, I didn't know it was a show. I thought it was like some actual, like just normal competition. Like I said, this is why you want to focus on a niche that you're passionate or that you kind of have some sort of passion about. I really don't have that big of a passion for cooking, but you guys definitely want to work on something that you're passionate about, because you're gonna be spending hours and hours sitting here, and if it's your first time and this bores you, you're really not gonna cut it when you go and create your first dropshipping store. It's gonna fail because you're just gonna half-ass everything. All right, so this is more of a Texas thing. Wait, what? Yeah. All right, let's go back to where we were. Let's just stay there. What the heck? All right, let's. Halloween Baking Championships, Spring Baking Championships. No problem. Yeah, no problem, bro. Again, if you guys have questions, feel free to ask them. I'm just doing my research. You guys are just seeing how I do everything. So just keep those questions coming or just ask away. The Great British Bake Off. Great Britain, Iceland, United Kingdom. All right, so I'm seeing a lot of references, or I'm seeing a couple of references to Britain or to the UK. So this is going to be something that I might take note of. So people are talking about the UK. So I might want to sell to the UK. So I have to take note of that. Just any little bits of repetitive information you want to take note of so that you could research it and there might be something there. So right now we're just taking in as much notes as possible. do not waste time, or at least for me, I do not waste time by seeing one thing and then going and researching, and then seeing another thing and then going and researching. I like first grabbing all the information that I need and then doing my research. So that's just what I like. If you guys feel like you work better doing one by one, go for it. I like just researching as much as possible first, and then, or grabbing as much information as possible first, and then doing the research after the first initial research. Baking all year round. Let's see what there is for baking all year round. So it's mostly California and Texas. Rosana Pancino. If she's big enough, we might be able to target her. Yep. Okay. You see, this is what I mean. Yeah, grilling is great for the summer. Yes, that is. British Bake Off is a huge cooking competition show. See, I don't know that because I'm not in that niche, but this is why we do this research. So hopefully you guys are seeing how I'm doing everything and how we're finding more information. Might be a little bit boring for some of you guys, but this is the part of the business that people don't like, or that a lot of people give up because they find this boring. Yeah, we're gonna get into grilling right now. I saw it right here, actually. Okay, so this is somebody that we might be able to target, like I said, just because she seems like an influencer. Yeah, Rosana Pancino. And if you guys really like this niche, then obviously this is going to be a lot easier for you. Yep, that's, yeah, you also want to take in consideration the age groups. And the age, first, what you want to do is, or what I do, is I grab all my research, gather as much information as I can about the industry, and then we start searching the age groups. And we're going to use Facebook for that. So again, I'm going to be covering all that on these or in this series. So yeah, just stay tuned. Just stay tuned for them. I'm gonna be titling the videos after I stream them, just so that people could search them easier later. They're not gonna all have the same title, just saying live research or whatnot. So they're all gonna have their own little title depending on what I do that day. So when I do the age, or how to find your proper age to target, that's going to be there just in case you don't watch the video or stream the video live. By the way, I'm not taking any note of any of the states here. Don't really care about it because I want to target the country as a whole. British people. So yeah, obviously we're going to target the UK in this store just because there's that demand, or there's that what's it called? There's that audience in Britain for cooking or baking. Let's see, Spring Baking Championships. Street baking. Seems interesting. Mary Berry, British food writer. All right, so that's somebody else we might want to take a note of. By the way, guys, this is how you create a successful dropshipping business that actually lasts a while, and you're not just selling hot products. You're actually going on and creating a store that actually talks to that consumer, and it has everything that consumer wants, and that consumer is going to be wanting to come back because you're going to be able to cover everything. And we're doing our research to be able to provide as much as we can to that consumer. Influence shows like Master Chef. Yeah, definitely shows like that. All those shows, we're going to get into all that. Yep. You see, this is the beauty about research. That's pretty crazy though that you know so much about baking. All right, let's just move on to the next one, which was frying. All right, so you see here, frying, obviously not the same as the, wait, is it? No. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, no, yeah, it's not the same as the other one, but you guys are seeing that this store is gonna be basically selling to a different audience throughout the year. During the winter, we're gonna focus on cooking and baking. During the summer, we're gonna be focusing on stuff like grilling. And then frying, that's gonna be during September and November. So this store is going to be working year round. It's just that during different seasons or during different times, we're going to be selling to a different audience or slightly different audience. Popularity comparison chart. Yep. You're able to see this. If you target the country, you're also going to see the popularity among the country. But we don't care for other countries. We only care about the countries that we're selling to. So it's ocean, granite, what type of rock? Frying. Okay. Blue diamond pan. It's a breakout. You might want to take note of that. You want to use Google as your point of reference, or just to get ideas, to get everything flowing. Like you, Eva, you know how you obviously know a lot about this, but see, I wouldn't know about having Britain be one of the biggest, or Britain has one of the biggest shows. I didn't know about that show. I didn't know that about the writer. Stuff like that. I didn't know that. By the way, guys, this is a niche that I'm not familiar with. So I'm going to be showing you guys how I tackle something that I'm not familiar with. Frying pan webcam. Wait, I want to see what this is. Okay, no, never mind. Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to, or actually, there wasn't much in this one. Roasting. Roasting during the same Christmas holiday, or during the holidays. Account number. Felix Roasting Co. You also want to take note of any popular cooking companies. For example, when I was doing when I did my first store, which was a bracelet store, I took notes of all the companies that did similar bracelets or produced similar bracelets. And I'm talking about high-end e-commerce stores. So when you're creating your dropshipping store, you could also target or search for high-end companies that are similar to your niche. And then you could target those when you're doing your Facebook ads. Do I keep my keywords as broad, or do I refine them eventually? No, I refine them eventually. Right now, I'm just keeping them. I'm casting a wide net and see what I get. And then as I get all my information down, I start filtering out all the unnecessary stuff and then going a little bit deeper and deeper and deeper. So first, we start very wide, very broad, and we work our way in. Just so that, like I said, I don't know this niche that well. If I had some experience with that niche, I would obviously know what to go for, or what companies to look for, and where to go, and what blogs or what forums to search for. But since I'm a complete beginner, I'm going to be walking you or showing you guys how a complete beginner would go into a niche. But obviously I have that experience of knowing how to do my research, because I've created multiple stores and been doing this for some time now. I've actually been doing this since 2014. Let's see. Chrono. So I'm going to take note of this. Nope. Okay, this is it's funny. Roasting jokes for kids. Rock roasting. And don't overthink it when you're doing the research. Don't just sit here and be like, oh, this is like, don't search for every little thing. You kind of get a feel for it after some time of doing it. Like, obviously, I'm not going to be researching some of these stuff just because I know they're food. So use your common sense sometimes. Because I do have, there's some people that just search every little thing. And it's kind of annoying because it's like, obviously, some of the things are not going to be it. Okay, we're going to go to grilling. Yep, July. Yeah, Eva, you're right. You see, during July, definitely. Well, here in the U.S., that's when summer's here. If we do the U.K., we might get a different map. So this is why you want to do countries. So this is why you want to do the you only want to do the countries that you plan to sell to, because as you see here, the map is very, very different, or the trend is very different from the US to the UK. So obviously I will be targeting people here different times as I would to the US. So you always want to take that into consideration. And this is why you want to search using the, or just searching by country and not worldwide. Because if I go worldwide, this is going to average out and you're not going to see the same map. And you don't want the average. You want that the statistics from that given country, because you're going to be selling in that country. Oh, let's do the baking one. Look at this. Yeah, it's very different from the US. This is very, very different. It's pretty much trending all year round. And if you compare that to the US, it's only during these 2 months when it's really, really popular. So I would target these two countries differently. I would be targeting people for baking in the UK almost all year round. And then I would only be targeting people for baking in the US during the last 2 or 3 months of the year. That's on topic. What we could also do is type in some of these search terms onto Google and then look at some of the forums. Oh, nope, never mind. Not this one. Because what I do sometimes is I grab some of the terms, some of the search terms that appear here, and then I go ahead and type them in Google, and then you get all these forums, and sometimes some of those forums are really niche specific, and you could get a lot more information from there. Baking courses near me. You could sell this, or you could make this store targeting towards people who are just starting baking. So you could we could tailor this store for beginners, or we could have a section for beginners. So that's something I would want to take a note of, or something to keep in mind. So I'm just gonna write that down. I would target beginners. So this would be anybody who's just starting off, and we could sell little kits. You could sell beginners kits and whatnot. So that's what I'm gonna write down. Let's go. And right now you're just jotting down ideas. You're just thinking of everything that's going to go in your store. Do not necessarily take your time and be like, oh, this and this, and is this going to work? Or just don't overthink it right now during this stage. Just do as much research as you can. Do not overthink it. Just spend a day or two just doing as much research as you can. Okay. Grilling. Well, we were in grilling, right? We were in the summer. Or grilling was during the summer and we were in the United States. British people. Oh. Ice cube on a burger grilling. Ice cube on burger grilling. Oh. Ooh, I just got an idea. We could look for podcast on grilling or podcast on cooking, and we could also target or take note of the people who have those podcasts. If they have any type of brand or anything like that, we could add that to our target audience when we go ahead and target our ads. So that's something to take note of. Research podcast or podcast in this niche. So right now I'm just noted down that to look, well, can't even talk. Right now I just noted down that I have to go look at podcasts that have to do about cooking or that talk about cooking. Casey Grilling Company. Whenever you see a company that is in your niche or that dominates your niche, you want to write it down because you want to have those to, you want to have something to target when you run your ads. So these come in handy when you run your ads. And this is what I did when I created my first store and I was successful like right off the bat. But that's what I did. I just got a lot of companies that were similar to what I was trying to sell and I target them. Kirk Cousin Grilling. What is this? And you're just gonna sit here and just do a bunch of searching. And I'm just gonna sit here for hours and hours. It might be a little bit boring, but would you rather be working on a 9 to 5, or would you rather be sitting here just doing research? What up, bro? What up, Sai Ali Hassan? So I'm going to take note of this, and this is something that I would want to add to my notes. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to my notes. Okay, what is this? No, that's just a job or a career. I thought that was something else. Let's change the country to United. I mean, it's still fairly popular. Around the same times. Frying. All right, we're gonna go ahead and search for frying now. All right, this one's a little bit popular, or this one's popular in December and March, around that time when it's the most popular. So let's go ahead and write that down. Frying during December to March. So that's when we would target the audience for this particular sub niche. And all right, guys, so that does it for today's live stream. It was fairly short, but I will continue this tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about product research a little bit more. This is what dropshipping is about, people. Yep, bro. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to be going live tomorrow. I'm also going to do the product research, so I'll continue the video just because this one's fairly short, or shorter than the other one. So I'll see you guys next time, or tomorrow. So make sure to stay tuned for that, and we're going to continue from where we left off. All right, guys, later.